the unraveling, yet remain committed to the process? Let's not limit our options. By Maria Luz O'Rourke. 1. Light and dark. We made an unlikely pair, Kirsten and I. At 13, she was 6 feet tall, with the straight blonde hair I coveted, an athletic build, and high Norwegian cheekbones. At 12, I had already reached my full height of 5'1", and while my body was slim and angular, my face was round, my nose too flat, which I learned was a problem from my Filipino mother. Every Saturday, we were driven by one of our fathers to Academy 3, a modeling school, also known as Charm School, in downtown Seattle. Over the 20-minute drive from our suburb, as the scenery outside the car window changed from dark green Douglas firs to shiny metal high-rises, we dreamed of being discovered and getting paid to model for 17 magazine. It was the early 1980s, and the two of us were more on the preppy side than the emerging suburban, goth, punk, pre-emo genre of teen. We diligently followed the prescribed Academy 3 dress code of button-up shirt, below-the-knee skirt, nylons, and uncomfortable shoes. It felt grown-up and was a welcome change from the itchy blood red and gray plaid wool skirts with knee-high socks that were our regular attire at St. Francis of Assisi, where we attended grade school. Alas, neither of our disparate faces ever graced the cover of a magazine, but we did learn how to dance a box step gracefully and how to follow nuanced rules on top of the explicit rules we had already learned at Catholic school. The reasons for the nuanced rules were never spoken aloud, but they aimed toward the following goals: to become desirable, but not too desirable; useful, but not too competent; pleasant, not jolly; admirable, not impressive; fit, not athletic. As I entered John F. Kennedy Catholic High School to the soundtrack of the iconic rebellious Catholic girl, Madonna, I learned to outwardly follow the rules, yet hold on to my dreams of a big life. I sought freedom by getting drunk, sleeping with boys, and living vicariously through characters in novels and movies. Yet, like a homing pigeon, part of me kept tracking toward that unspoken goal I had been conditioned to prize. I grew to love the pain that came with dedication to a goal, even though it was the wrong goal for me. My love of the pain of stretching toward that which was out of reach was the closest thing to loving myself that I had. It was something, and it worked like a charm decades later when trying to get sober, until I finally decided to simply love myself and not the effort of attempting an impossible transformation. 2. Half of a pair is whole. The devil, the lovers, the two of swords, the two of pentacles. These 4 tarot cards came up for a client this weekend. Both the devil and the lovers had images of 2 individuals, or of a light and dark side of the same individual separated into 2 figures. The two of swords displayed a naked figure with a sword on either side of her body, just out of reach. The two of pentacles displayed a pair of pentacles or coins, connected via an infinity symbol floating above a pair of hands. While my client's inquiry was about romantic love, the insight revealed that before she can enter into a harmonious relationship with another, the relationship to herself requires some dedicated attention. We talked through the likely origins of low self-worth, stubborn relationship patterns which always spiral downward, and hints from the universe at where to rekindle her love for the divine within. Being human, she asked about the timing of finding a loving partner. The cards and my psychic senses revealed that it would not happen within a year, but by next summer, if she did the multifaceted work on herself that came up in the reading, she would be walking hand in hand, paired up with someone healthy for her. 3. Finally, enter the dance. The image symbol I received for the week: a pair of long silver scissors cutting through a piece of yarn. And the cards I pulled were number 2, Unravelling, from Maud Hurst's Intuitive Whispers Oracle. The Knight of Pentacles from the RWS Tarot. And Mugwort, Between Dreams, from the Illustrated Herbiary Oracle cards by Maya Toll. The number 2 coming up here alongside the word unraveling, and the image of the yarn brought to mind my client's reading. 2s often imply a choice or a division, as one strand becomes 2, or a coin or a pentacle is flipped. The mugwort card, coming minutes after I had snipped mugwort from my garden, signals we are perhaps between 2 worlds, cutting away bits of one world to make room for growth as we enter another. And the knight reveals a determination to reach a worldly goal, an acceptance of the perhaps tedious work or road ahead. Taken together, I think back to my 12-year-old self. I see now that equilibrium is not possible, while one way of being is unraveling. This is a time where we must dance back and forth between rules and systems, while the universe is our dance partner, and the movement of the dance is both the purpose and the creation. The good and bad news is that we are never done with the dance. The universe will offer us possibilities from among the dreams we choose to acknowledge consciously. Yes, of course, our unconscious and subconscious space hold nightmares among the dreams, which must be sorted and integrated. But unless we do that work, we are tying the universe's hands and limiting our options.